Hello, my name is Brett Yarger, and this is a demonstration of the Duratec FHIR system. I graduated from the University of North Carolina in 1995 with a degree in mathematics. Since that time, I've been working as a software developer and/or consultant, and I'm currently working as a development manager in the Atlanta area. I am actually taking this class because the baby boomer population has significant demands on our medical system, and I want to know what software is doing to help solve this problem. Also, I switched majors into interactive intelligence, or interactive learning, I guess, and this is an elective for that. FHIR stands for Fast Healthcare Interoperability Resource. It is a standard to provide APIs for the exchange of electronic health records. It's interfaced using RESTful APIs and supports both XML and JSON, and the components of the resource are basically now known as resources. FHIR's primary goal is to provide interoperability between healthcare systems. It was proposed by the HL7 organization and is being used by multiple open source projects and other experimentations with servers. It can also be used as a patient-centric for a patient-centric HIE by providing comprehensive patient data, which is part of Meaningful Use Stage 3. It also can be used to help patients self-manage and with decision support, which also are part of Meaningful Use Stage 3. So now let's start taking a look at the actual Duratec FHIR system. You can see that there's a number of resources, including conditions, devices, medications, medication orders, patients, encounters, and so forth and so on. So looking at patient, we see that there's a whole bunch of things we can search by birth date, family, gender, and some other things. Here you see that I've chosen birth date as a search option, and you can see I can pull up a calendar to use for the birth date. So now I've chosen the birth date of anything after 9/20/2004 and greater than or equal to. And you see that when I did that, I got back I got 3 results back, choosing that as an option. Now I'm going to do it by family name or the last name in the family. In this case, I typed in Smith. And as you can see, I got back 11 results. So from this result, I'm going to take a look at Connor Smith and use his ID for something coming up in my next search. So now I'm going to look at encounter, which actually only has 2 search options, both date and patient. And encounter basically is a visit, like a visit to a doctor or emergency room or urgent care facility. Go ahead and use patient for my encounter and put in the ID that I found Connor Smith earlier, which is 945. You see that I got back 32 actual encounters for Connor Smith. And I'm going to actually go to this first encounter and use that encounter ID, which is highlighted, and for another search coming up here in a second. So now I'm going to do a search through observation, which basically is things that were observed during the, in this case I'm going to use encounter, so during the visit, but you can see there's a number of options. Of course the ID, which is the identifier of the observation. Code encounter, patient, and you can search by patient and stuff like that. So I'm going to go ahead and use encounter and use what ID from earlier. As you see here, I got 2, 3, 4, 8, 4, 6, 7 as my encounter. And I get back a list of observations. I had 8 observations. If I had actually done it by patient, I would have gotten a whole lot more, which I actually did, which I don't have displayed here. But I did it by encounter so I could get a much smaller set of data. And you can see here, these are some of the actual observations, which includes things like heart rate, which is shown here. So the last thing I want to talk about is Marla Dixon. I do not have all the screenshots from that because it was just too painful to try to display that and actually make this under 5 minutes. So I'll just kind of summarize all the details about Marla Dixon. Her ID is 5230050. That's her patient identifier. Her birth date is February 14th, 1968, and she lives in Atlanta, Georgia. She's had 3 encounters, all with Dr. Brownstein. She has no procedures performed on her. She has 4 conditions: simple chronic bronchitis, coronary arteriosclerosis, type 2 diabetes, and hypertension. She has 3 medications ordered: 24-hour metformin hydrochloride, 500 milligram, 24-hour propanol hydrochloride, 60 milligrams, and furosemide, 40 milligrams. There have also been 27 observations on her that have been made across her encounters, and I do not have them listed here. Thank you for your time, and I hope you enjoyed my presentation.